And we are live on YouTube. All right. Let us see what is going on. I think there's a thingamathingy going on. We've got 4 hours for Terragard Sound. Excuse me. Had a small handful of chips, and one of those damn things is tickling the back of my throat. Now we're going to go to the new zone, and we're going to do that event. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe some water will help. Not always, actually. Sometimes it makes it worse. It'll kind of tickle the back of your throat. Then you feel the need to clear your throat. And it's really fucking annoying. So we've got to... Oh, wait a second. Oh, never mind.
Greetings.
Way off with what I was thinking.
Zandala forever.
Now, I've said this a million times before, and I'll say that shit again. It's the weekend. 10,000 subs, it means nothing. I'll be surprised if I get 2-3 people in the stream. At least within the first 15 or 20 minutes. I don't even know how much of this I want to do, which is why this might be like a really short stream. It's almost more of like a test to see if as time goes on, weekend streams get better. That's essentially all this is, really. Because I'm probably going to focus on other stuff. 445. Yeah, we should get rid of that. $445 waste. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Yeah, this is all essentially junk. I mean, I could probably get a little bit of cash for it, but I just don't care to. Couldn't be bothered. I have no idea what she just said, but that's okay. Opening up all these chests from when I do Battlegrounds there. A lot of fish. Here's a reward for your battle efforts. A couple of stacks of sea catfish. I mean, how long's that been in there, you know? That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's what it's doing. Huh. Interesting. Whatever. Alright. Let's go do a little battle. Where was I going again? I think it was Terragard Sound. Yeah, not Storm Song. Terragard.
What is it? Stay the course.
I'll just do a few of them. I mean, it's near the end of the expansion. It's not like, you know, trying super hard to get an extra couple of points is going to do much. Yeah, let's start with that one. Boatswain? The fuck kind of name is that? There we go.
The Alliance is already facing resistance here. Find the agitators and help.
Oh, right.
Fancy a cuppa? Safe passage to you.
Let's see where this prick is. Oh, one of those. This should be fairly quick then. Don't know how I feel about that flag on my back for the duration of the quest, but whatever. Wow. You got knocked the fuck out. Good thing we live in a world where people can't just transform into a bear. And then a tree. You know how creepy that would be? Holy shit. Hey, Stotts, how's it going? You're into Crusader Kings 3. Do you like the game called Ninth Dawn 3? It's an interesting little game. Okay, these fuckers are annoying. Yeah, it's their third one. I've never heard of the other ones either. I'm just trying to do this very odd quest. Apparently touching him rescues him even though he was never bound by his feet or his hands, but you know, why get technical, right? It's actually a nice, fun little game. Let me just try and strong arm John. Well, let's see how strong his arm is.
We are receiving reports of a powerful foe nearby.
Well, apparently with a strong arm. It's not that strong. You hit like a bitch. Strong arm John hits like a wet noodle. Still at 100% health. Come on, John. Put your back into it. Disappointing. There we go. Yeah, I'll show it to you quickly after. I tried a demo of it, and it's really freaking cool. I'm just cheap, so I'm trying to get some stuff. But I'm really tempted to get it. I think it's on sale for like $7 US, like $10 Canadian. It's about $14 US on Switch. and other platforms like other consoles. The Ambassador. Ooh. Yeah, let's do these ones here. Really quick. Yeah, I'll show you a quick preview in a moment.
Our patrols report the presence of an Alliance agent.
Siege cannon, okay. So what are you up to today? How's your weekend so far? Oh, I like this song. What the hell happened to my bird? Oh. Oh, I looked like I was frozen there for a second. That's cool. What the hell just... I'm so confused. Oh, there we go. Let's take them all out. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna 7937. Oh, that's nearby. 79. That's like if I turn around the other way. There's a chest that'll give me 50 conquest. Come on, people. Oh, there's two of them. I almost didn't even notice. Two elites. Health is still at 100%.
Single broken link.
Hilarious, I say. 30. Oh yeah, there's the chest. Yeah, it's always in here. Whoops. Whoops, thank you. Though it's no longer a secret now. I might as well do this one. It's pretty simple. What's up with that thing where it looks like my character's frozen? It's so weird. What kind of drinks do you usually drink? You liked the Murphy's Irish Stout? Don't ask me what that accent was. I have no idea. I used to enjoy a Corona or a little vodka with orange juice. What's that drink? Virgin Mary, Bloody Mary, Virgin something Mary. I think the Virgin one's just with no alcohol, but that's something I'd probably still drink. I forget what goes in that, but that used to be something I enjoyed a lot. Yeah, rum and cokes, yeah. Lamb's Navy rum for medicinal purposes, of course. Only a true drinker will understand that. Oh yeah, it would help if I followed... Who keeps texting me? Oh, 1 second. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Give me a second. Oh, can I pick it up later tonight? Sure. You could be here for 5? You mean? Dead rats. But replying to my ad there, I'm selling one of my snakes. Downsizing. Let's see. No. Okay. Like I was doing. I was firebombing buildings. Tons of people in the Atlantic. Why do I talk like that? It's cringy, that's why I do it. Drink the lambs. Oh yeah. Keeps you warm at night. Nothing beats getting screeched by a newfie by the pond. I tell you, the first time I went to Newfoundland, that was pretty wild stuff. Okay, hold on. No, the sooner the better. Later is always terrible. Oh yeah, they are. The first time I went to Newfoundland, I was a kid. I was like 11 years old, right? And I was in a school. This is like back in 91. And I had some people there. They're like, hey there, bye. You wants to come down by the pond. You get screeched there, bye. And my reaction was just that. It was, you want to screech me with the bye? What? By the pond? I was just completely like, I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I did not understand what in the actual fuck this dude wanted to do with me. He thought I was bi or some shit, or he wanted to do something screechy, which was something like kinky. Well, it's boy. Hey there, bi. How's you doing? You wants to come by the pond? I'm like, yeah, I bet. Want to get screeched? And you know what I'm saying? I thought that was just a nickname for... You know what I'm saying? He wants to get pounded in the corner. I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude. Right? I'm being dead serious. I'm an 11-year-old kid. I've traveled a lot. I've heard a lot of different accents. But no one's ever said, hey there, by the pond? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not bi. And that's what I said in school. Oh, man. Everyone was laughing because they knew. They knew, right? Like, they totally knew. So then I was like... You know, thinking to myself, because I'm a smartass, right? I'm like, well, how do you address someone in Newfoundlandese if they're a bi? Get it? Like they're bi, but they're a boy, a bi boy? How would you say that in Newfoundland? Hey there, bye. You got it. I don't want to get screeched. Bye-bye. Oh, man. That was some funny shit. It's just one of those things where you had to be there, like in the moment. Okay, good. I'm an hour away and I don't get enough to... Sorry, it's a person that's coming over in a few... Fucking autocorrect. Though it's not terribly far from there. Yeah. So I'm selling my snake. One of them. I used to have about 20 or 30 snakes. And, I used to do sort of like a non-profit, rescue. People that don't want their pets anymore. Why do little fluffy kittens and puppies and stuff get all the love? Why can't reptiles get that kind of, attention for people that don't want their pets anymore? And, so that's what I did. So I would either buy pretty cheap or get some free screwed up pets that weren't being taken care of properly or that were maybe infected with mites or all that kind of bullshit. So I would fix them up. Find them a new home. Oh, easily, yeah. Easily. And now I'm down to 2. And after tonight, I might be down to 1. Ah, snakes are awesome. I could show you my banana snake. I know it sounds disgusting and perverted, but I'm being serious. It's called a banana. Because it's a yellow pastel ball python. Yeah, what's with that thing? It must be this thing. Just like a weird thing that makes me look like I'm... Anyhow. Whatever. So that's done. Hey, not too bad, Kobe. How are you doing? Bam. Yeah, because it is kind of it's not complicated. You notice my background again. I changed it from a blanket to a it's almost like a type of strong paper that you can fold up. It's almost like a plastic bed sheet. It's meant for photo shoots, and it's obviously supposed to give that look that I'm like in a barn, or not in a barn, but whatever, by a fence or something. It doesn't help that I'm so bright and white. I almost blend in with the bloody background. But I didn't want a green screen. Like literally the green screen, get it? I find the green is like really bright. I actually don't know how that would look. It wouldn't look as pretty. Because, like with streaming and when you upload, remember I talked about this before, in a perfect world, I would just blank out my screen, but it hasn't been working properly. I was playing around with different settings and I would get like a lot of different artifacting, and then my face wasn't appearing as clear and it was all screwed up. So I reverted back to making myself smaller, but having a back, like an actual webcam, like you can see the outline of the webcam. It's not completely uncommon for people to do that. Even some huge Twitch streamers have all these like weird fancy overlays and flashing lights, and you know what I mean? So it's not like it's really unheard of, the method I kind of went back to. I'm just not doing all the fancy overlay like this stuff here. You guys remember this? Actually, you'll see the contour of the green. That's how big my webcam used to be. But I made it smaller so that I wouldn't be as intrusive. And then I used to also have it so I can have a background that was animated. But that and this little overlay thing, you have no idea, man. It jacks up your CPU. Like even just that alone, I'm at almost 10% CPU usage just having my recording software with that stupid overlay. The moment I shut off the preview and I shut off the overlay, it drops down to 3%. 3 to 4%. So it's almost 6 to 7% just to have that stupid little overlay. And then the background, it would jack everything up to like 22% CPU. So if I was playing a console game, that would be perfectly fine. But if I was playing a PC game, remember, a streamer needs a stronger computer, because not only do they have to run the game if they're playing a PC game, right? They have to run that stupid software. Now, the software alone jacks you up maybe 5 to 7%. Then that stupid little green thing, another 5%. Now you're at 10% extra CPU. Throw in the animated background, and you might be thinking, well, why does everything have to be so flashy? Just keep it simple. Because if I could have had an animated background with that nice overlay, it helps contrast the webcam away from what you're watching a lot nicer. And with the colors in the background, I would have had a different background color through the green screen that would have made it so that those like lightning... when you're on a TV channel and there's no cable and it looks like snow, it's all like crackling and shit, like, that picture that you get? That's what it looks like when a green screen doesn't work properly, right? It looks really screwed up. But if you have a dark background or an animated background, you can't notice the subtle artifacting that I was experiencing when I had my green screen. Anyhow, so because I'm insanely picky, I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I couldn't even use my, remember my microphone cover? I don't know if you guys will remember this. I had a rainbow one that was like bright pink, bright green, and a bunch of other colors. Well, get it because it's green throughout the stitching, because this is a crochet thing. It actually made half my microphone look like it was invisible. So it was just really fucked up. So there's just a lot of weird things I don't like about green screens. So we can all have a good laugh and say that today is probably the first time in your life you've ever met a streamer, a YouTuber, whatever, that takes a tapestry and places it on their fucking green screen. They're not using it to actually use it because it's a green screen. They're using it to prop up a fucking towel or a blanket or a tapestry with a background meant for photo shoots to have a background. Not exactly, the intention of that. $150 just to prop up a tapestry is a lot of fucking money. But it's too late to return it. And I'd like to argue that my light is amazing. That cost me a fucking pretty penny because I was tired of looking like this. I'll show you because it's all about like trying to look more professional, right? And people appreciate when you try to show the little extra effort, like the better microphone, proper lighting. So here's what I looked like before I bought my $200 light. This is as good as I would have gotten. This is how I was on YouTube for, I don't know, a good year and a half. I couldn't get, it's expensive to get a nice light. So now I got one that I can actually control from my phone. I can change the intensity. I can even change the color spectrum. If you look at my face right now, I'm actually going through, this is not changing the brightness. It's actually just changing the entire color spectrum of the light. And then on top of that, I can change the brightness of it. Right now, I'm only on 10% brightness, and you can see how nice and clear my face is. So, anyhow, a lot of rambling, but yeah, that's what's going on with that. I was trying to think of what else I wanted to do. Probably play some more hockey. I might do that. Yeah, because I'm a little bit stressed. Like I said, I've got a bit of cash, but I'm kind of starting to cut it close. The pre-orders for PS5s are coming back out, and yeah, I have to have the money aside for that, and yeah. So let's see here. I'm going to switch it over to my console. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll show you some other time. Oh, I forgot to show you that game. Actually, I probably still could. Yeah, let me do that. That game I was talking about to you there, Stotts, that I was going on about. It's a really cool game. I tried a demo. It's on mobile. It's on Switch, Xbox, PC. It's on Steam, I think, for like $10. Is that what's in my cart? I remember what I added to my cart. Oh, right, because I don't own the full game yet. Yeah, I'm going to wait for that. It's like $8 off because I spent $5 to get the EA Play. Yeah, but this is a nice little where is it? Ninth Dawn 3. I don't know if any of you know that game. That almost looks like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 for PlayStation 2. And I think original Xbox. Very similar cover. Yeah, so this I'm going to have to buy because I'm really liking the FIFA. but I have it for like a month, well, 3 weeks left now on EA Play Pro on PC. But I really also want to buy the hockey game. That's another like almost $80, and it adds up, right? Then $600 for the bloody PS5. Then Miles Morales Spider-Man comes out. Another $80 on top of that. Yeah. This little beauty. This game is absolutely frickin' nuts. Just to let the preview play, and it's going to be a little bit blurrier. You can have pets. Holy shit, that's loud. It's almost like a kind of a Diablo. Actually, there, let me turn off the sound. It's almost like a Diablo, but there's like hundreds and hundreds of unique weapons and enemies you can befriend. You know, pets. You got a massive world, as you can see. It's just really, really, really fun. Yeah. It's like a 2D, 3D. Like when he moves, he looks like he's paper thin, almost like Paper Mario. But the controls are very fluid. Yeah, it's yeah, there's a little card game involved with it too, as you can see here. It's just wow. Like, I mean, there's just an absurd amount of like different recipes and, you know, things that you can do. Hundreds of different crossbows, even. They all light up different colors. You can have a huge clusterfuck of people. Those aren't all enemies, though. A lot of those are your friends, too. It's just, oh man. It's just so good. It's a really good game. You can just do so much. It's very, very in-depth. And like I said, for $10 on Steam, it was tempting to get it on Steam. I kind of have this weird OCD thing, and I don't know if some of you are like this. I like having things on a console generally because all my saves are kept in one location. And it's easy for me to access them, back them up, because I have terrible OCD. I like knowing that I can physically hold on a little USB drive all my saves for my PS4 games. On PC, no two fucking games keep their game save in the same place. Some at C users, your username, app data, local roaming, Far Cry 5, local save file. It's like, holy fuck, man. Not all games are just like, you know, I don't know, Need for Speed, game save, there's the file. It's very rare that it's like that. It's very rare that wherever you install your game on a PC is where you're actually going to find the game save. So if one of your drives crashes, now you lost the game, you still got the save, but then maybe your save crashed, but not the game. It's just really fucking annoying. So I try to have the least amount of games possible on PC and really reserve them for, you know, some of the higher end games that have like cloud saving. Kind of helps a little bit, but anyhow, I've been kind of tempted to get this game on Switch because I think it's a game I would really enjoy. You know, at night on Switch. I could also play it on the big screen, except right now I don't have my Switch hooked up. I'd have to hook up an extra HDMI cord and then a splitter so I can split my PS4 going into the back of my TV, blah, blah, blah. It's a bit of a hassle so that you would be able to see the image. But I've been really tempted. Look at Danny Jones. Fucking moron. Does your disability rep know you buy all these games in a Sure. Sure. My disability rep also told me that I'm allowed to have up to $35,000 in assets and liabilities. So you think some little fucking $500 PS5 and a $400 iPad and these games is going to raise any concerns? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You make it sound like if you're on disability, you're not allowed to do anything. You're also allowed to work and claim your income when you're on disability. Different countries also have different rules as well. The reason I have this money is because of YouTube and the disability. Sounds like you don't need it anymore. So what, I'm supposed to like live penny by penny? Real comedian you are, Danny. But yeah, this game, pretty damn sweet. Taken too long to reply, maybe you're disabled. It's taken you an awful long time to rebuttal. Too bad I don't care about what your reply is. Oh yeah, it happens all the time. I don't but they don't even do it properly. That's the thing. That's the thing. Just because you're on disability, you're on the system, doesn't mean you're not allowed to have any kind of thriving. You know what I mean? I'm actually allowed to make quite a decent amount of money every month. It just happens that if I go over a certain limit, they just don't give me a check. They just give me like my health benefits and stuff like that, and like dental and all that. But obviously, if I made more than what I was getting on disability, well then yeah, you know, for that month, let's say I had a really good month and I was making like $1,500 a month, they'd be like, okay, cool, yeah, so you're still on the system, but we're just not going to pay you this month because clearly you're doing a good job on your own. Right on, keep it going. You know, that's literally what they would do, right? So probably, but I don't really care. I gave him a chance to speak, and took him too long to reply. It's probably the same person that keeps going on and on about it every other like day or whatever. But yeah, there's just people out there like that. It's what they do. They like to troll, but they don't do it properly, though. That's the problem. They just don't do it properly. Give me a quick second here. Oh, I thought it froze for a second there. Trying to think of what to do next. Actually, you know what? Because it's been a while since I've done it. Kinda. I'll play a little bit, actually, of a Skater XL. A bit. Oh yeah, people can keep making new accounts. I don't care. Let them come in. If they're not funny though, they're just gonna get blocked. So I mean, that's on them. If they want to waste their time, they can go ahead. See, what it is people get angry that you don't have to work and you can still make money and buy all these things and get all this money. It drives people crazy. Like, big time. Well, they're just contributing. They're actually paying me. They're part of the reason I'm getting a paycheck. It all adds up, right? So, that's how I see it. That's how it works. Like on disability, I'm allowed to be a co-owner of a home. I can have a car. I can have a $10,000 MacBook. I can have $10, $15, $20,000 cash in the bank account. It's all legit. That's what a lot of these people don't understand. Right. Well, yeah, me it's for mental issues and some physical ones, but not so much physical. Come on. There we go. Hold on a sec. This thing is fucked up. There we go. I'm on disability. Oh, because your current health condition, that doesn't mean, yeah, that you're breaking the system. You just got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Well, that's the main thing. It's kind of like, this is like a weird analogy, but it's kind of like multi-level marketing systems, like the pyramid schemes for like being an entrepreneur. When you start talking about that, the first thing that people usually think of off the top of their head is pyramid scam. Not pyramid scheme, but scam. It's a stereotype. It's like a lot of times if you ask a person what's the first thing you think of when you think of Germany. Nazis, Hitler, like, you know what I mean? There's a lot more to Germany than just that. But it's a stereotype, right? So it's the same thing with disability. Oh, he's on disability. Oh, wait a second. He's got lighting that looks kind of... Hey, this guy doesn't sound like a fucking retard. He must be breaking the system. Yeah, okay. They're jealous because they're probably working at fucking Walmart. Fucking stacking the fucking aisles with chips and fucking baby food. And they're really not making much more money than I am. And I get to sit at home, in the comfort of my own home, play video games, and get paid roughly the same. That doesn't sit well with people, right? It really doesn't sit well with people. Those people tend to be the ones that are actually jealous. They wish that they could sit at home, do fuck all, and get paid for it. I mean, let's be real. Who doesn't wish they could sit at home, play video games all day and get paid? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know a single person that wouldn't enjoy that. No. I'd rather go to my job. Yeah, I'd rather that. Very rare, unless you got a wicked job that you just really enjoy. If you could make the same amount of money playing video games at home, pretty sure most people would pick that. Well, sure, yeah. Yeah, well, for actually legal reasons, I'm actually not allowed to work. So I also have like terrible, like... Now, you're going to laugh, but this is only a small fraction of it. But I do have, like, really bad stress and high blood pressure, even with having lost over, like, 125 pounds, being medicated, following, the doctor's advice for, certain diets lower in sodium and all that. And it had been found that just the stress level enough from everyday work can actually significantly increase my risk of a stroke or heart attack, in which I've already had a stroke before. So I am not allowed to work because if I go against the doctor's recommendations, something happens due to stress from everyday work, I have a stroke, I don't know, I hit my head, I'm delivering pizzas, whatever the job is, and I get in an accident due to that, and I go against the doctor's orders, now I can get sued. So it's the other way around. I'd actually be breaking the system if I went against them. I'm not the one that went and said, listen, doc, you gotta fill the papers out. I'm like a really lazy sack of shit, and I just need you to say that I'm, fucked up, and just, we'll work a deal out. And yeah, it doesn't work that way. Like, that's what people don't understand, right? Disability, man, is so hard to get on that when the government goes to give you this free money, you think they just go, oh, so I see your doctor thinks that you're a little... Yeah, so we're going to look into that, and we're going to appoint 2 clinical psychologists, and we're going to see if their findings are the same as your doctor. Because of that whole thing where people used to have like a doctor that was a friend, so they appoint their own doctors that are working for them. Trust me, if they can find something on you that doesn't suit that you're disabled, you're being told bye-bye, right? Yeah, so that's why I kind of never understood the whole faking thing. Most people that say the fake thing, they're in the US. I don't know if it's easier to fake the system down there, but over here you can't, because the system, like I just said, they appoint their own clinical psychologists. You get cross-examined by 2. Yeah. Trust me, I'm not smart enough to be able to fool one of them. You can't do it. There's a lot of tests that they can do. They know if you're full of shit. Plus, believe it or not, I'm not even the one that applied for it originally. It was actually my family doctor that strongly recommended that I look into it. So again, it's a bias. It's like anything else in life, that people have a predisposition, thought, negative connotations with people of anything, whether it's people that are, different religion, different sexual orientation, people that are disabled, not disabled. There's always stereotypes, right? That's just the way life is. It's like even, I don't know, even some people I had as friends before, if they found out, I had a friend or something that, they were kind of like doing drugs and stuff, like maybe some of the harder stuff, right away, oh, what a terrible person. They must be, a thief and a con artist. It's like, people can have substance abuse, be addicted to stuff. That doesn't mean that they're like a dangerous person to hang around. You know what I mean? So it's like that in almost any aspect of life. It's just like that. Yeah, stress-induced heart attacks are more common in some people. Yeah. Yeah, so that's actually one of the big ones. My biggest one is actually my anxiety. My frequent anxiety attacks that I would get. There used to be a time that was so bad I couldn't even cross the street to check my fucking mail. I would almost be on the ground, completely hyperventilating. Fucking panic attack. Over the years, there's a lot of situations that have been a lot less stressful, so I don't get them as often. Because I'm not fucking forced to be put in a position where those would occur. Like if I got on a city bus or if I'm around too many people, oh boy. Right? You see me here fucking all calm and shit. Yeah. Watch me in a crowded mall and see what happens. You'll be like, man, that dude's fucking skitzing out. I swear that's the same dude I saw on YouTube, man. He was all like mellow and chill and shit. Look at him there. He's all like, think that dude's off his meds or some shit. And that's exactly what would happen if you saw me from a distance in an overly crowded, like shopping center or something like that, or in a work environment. I'd become a completely different person, right? Hello, you're late. No, it's fine. They design it that way specifically to deter fraud. Well, that's just it, yeah. But again, it's the stereotype. If you meet someone who doesn't sound like a complete buffoon, who can actually coherently put a sentence together, or if they see me stand up and they go, oh, that guy seems all right, he looks kind of young for his age, he sounds semi, intelligent. How is this guy fucking disabled? I don't see it. Well, great, you just complimented me. You know what I mean? You don't always see it. People always think, oh, when's this guy gonna start, freaking out, yelling at his hand and shit? Like, you know what I mean? Or they expect you to be like on your deathbed, immobile, unable to move. To them, that's what being disabled is, right? So. Oh, it's not easy to get on an Yeah, I don't think it really is anywhere. Trust me, the government wants to find every way not to have to give you free money. Yeah, no, I tend not to get... Yeah, I don't like talking about politics, like I said. Hello, Sparklin. Yeah. Oh, no, I know. But so there's the stereotype, but I think one of the biggest reasons, too, which I just forgot to mention... Why do I keep grinding on that pipe? It's always screwed up. I think the number one reason why people get so angry with people that are on the system is simple. Because, depending on the country you live in, is people that work, you generally pay taxes, right? Well, part of those taxes, so I live in Canada. So people that work in Canada, part of their paycheck goes to help pay for me, right? So I've had supposed friends in Canada before that used to joke around when we were younger and stuff. And they would be like, dude, man, if I'm 40 fucking years old and your bitch ass is still on disability, I swear to fucking Christ, like just going off, right? They're like, we're not gonna be pals, man, if I gotta keep fucking paying for your bullshit. And that's where a lot of the hate comes from, right? Just like with racism in the States. A lot of people I've met, man, it's disgusting. They'll hate, like, Mexican people. They'll be like, oh, they're taking all our fucking jobs, and... Right? So, it's kind of like that in a way. It's a prejudice, right? Because they're looking at me as part of the reason why they have to pay higher taxes. Because their money, technically, a small amount, mind you, but technically they are working their asses off so that I can get paid to be at home to play video games. That is the number one reason why a person would hate people in the system. So when they see that, it drives them up the fucking walls. They're like, are you fucking kidding me right now? No one gets excited at the thought of that, right? So, that's what it is. So then what you do is you move to a country that doesn't offer disability. If it bothers you that much, you know? People hate you too. Oh yeah, people will hate you for all different types of reasons, right? It's just the world that we live in. You know? That's just how people are. Like, I used to work. I used to pay taxes. Taxes went for different things, you know? I helped pay road maintenance, you know, like city maintenance or whatever. That's why you pay taxes. If people didn't pay taxes, man, your town or city wouldn't be running as well as it looks. Well, it's like my friend Kevin's, speaking of sparkling hoax, when it comes to like multi-level marketing and stuff like that. When my friend talks about, you know, what he does when people ask him, and he's like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, you know, I do this, I do that, I make a lot of money. What's usually the first thing? Sounds good, Eric, thanks for stopping by. What's the first thing that most people tell my friend? Ah, so you like to scam people, right? Like, no, actually he's not. Just because he's a millionaire and he's self-made doesn't mean he's scamming people, right? Your swing up. Well, you can swing up, swing down, swing by, whatever. However you swing, as long as you get here. I get hated for being myself. This world can be fixed. Or it can't be fixed unless you help fix it. Yeah. Or it can be fixed. Yeah. Well, that's like my friend Kevin. He decides how much money he makes in the sense of, you know, do I want to be a part of 20 different multi-level marketing systems, or do I just want to be a part of one or two, just make $100,000, $200,000 a year and be okay with that? Most people I know would be in heaven just making a couple $100,000 a year. He's like, nah, I want to make that every couple of weeks or a month, you know, kind of thing. So he's got to put the work in, so he does more and more and more. And that's all he does. He just works, doesn't take a lot of time off to himself, but he enjoys what he does or he wouldn't do it. He likes going to bed at night and checking out his bank account and going, sweet, that's how much money I got now. Whoops. To be honest, I always assume pyramid schemes are scams, but I don't doubt there are some oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah, there's very specific structures to pyramid schemes. And one of the main ones that is usually a red flag that it is a scam is if you can make money off the person next to you in the pyramid. Those are the fishy ones. If it's the one where you're at the top and you're making residual income off everybody else's efforts below you, that's not a scam at all. Unless those people are scamming the system, period. But yeah, the whole pyramid scheme itself isn't a scam. One of the most popular ones, probably everybody's heard of, is called Mary Kay, like the makeup line, Mary Kay Makeup. Right? They used to give out Cadillacs and stuff in the 80s. Well, all those original people, they're all millionaires. The first, you know, several thousand peoples that have joined. You want to join Mary Kay now? Sure, you can make some money, but probably better off working at Walmart at that point. Kind of thing. But you can still make it pretty big. If only you saw how the company I'm in worked, you'd be I probably wouldn't be surprised, but like I said, I've seen a lot of stuff my friend does. I've tried some with him. Like I said, it's never worked for me. It was always junk for me, but it was always good for him. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? No, I've already done that one. That's a small park. Let's try this one. I don't remember this one. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, I know some people that are into sports, you know. They love hockey, they hate basketball, or they love soccer, but they hate tennis, but they love golf. You know what I mean? It's like that with anything in life, right? No two people are gonna like the same shit. I'm just into a lot of different stuff. Same thing when it comes to, like, music and copy and pasting to make money? No, I can't say I have. Well, it's like I've said before, Jimmy, I gotta give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, Sparkling Hoax hasn't been asking me for my bank account information, you know what I'm saying? Like my friend Kevin, who's rich there, that's into the MLMs, into the pyramid stuff, anytime he asks me to join, he's not going, so will that be cash or Visa? He doesn't ask me for money. If anything, he's given me money. Where the fuck's the scam in that? Right? One of the ones for multi-level marketing, I remember Kevin telling me, it's $200 to join. But he knows what I'm thinking. A, I'm poor, and I don't got $200 to gamble in case the shit doesn't pan out. But he's rich. So he just mentions it. It's $200 to join, but don't worry, I got you covered. 2.5 decades later, he's not asking me for the money. He just sees that I made a legit attempt. It didn't work out. There's no, like, nothing. You know what I mean? So, and because of a person like Kevin, Kevin taught me that, yes, sometimes when things sound too good to be true, yes, they generally are. But there's also that thing called opportunities of a lifetime. You know, I also met another multimillionaire by the name of Lloyd, and he drove a fucking 87 Pontiac Sunbird. Not a Firebird with big chrome rims and tinted windows and a big roaring V8. A little fucking $4,000 shitbox. Wore regular clothes. Some of them look worn. But you went to his house and you were like, yeah, the dude is rolling in the dough. But when he gets in his car and you see the clothes he's wearing, it's not that he dressed like a bum or anything. He doesn't look like he's rich. When he's out driving, he's not advertising it. He's very low key. But sure, you come to his house, you look at his furniture and all that kind of stuff, the grand piano and yeah, okay, fine. And then, you know, separate library with the fucking ladder and all that shit. Yeah, that's where you're like, okay, so this guy's not just bullshitting, right? Like, it's, yeah. So again, some of my friends would see him and be like, is that your friend, your dude that's going to help you get rich? And they'd start laughing because they'd see, like, the car that he was driving. Because their first train of thought was, where's the Lamborghini? Where's the Porsche? Dude shows up in a fucking 80s Pontiac fucking Sunbird. You know what I mean? I don't care if he joins, I'm just telling him what I work with. If he likes it, he likes it. Yeah. $15K a month with or without him. Oh, see? So you make in a month what I make in a little bit over a year. No, we were talking about money, and then people were trolling me about my disability and stuff like that. So it just kind of came into the conversation. I do ask nicely, though, and I've said this before. I don't mind, you know, when someone's happy about what they make, but I definitely don't want to make the stream just about one person and how much money they're making. obviously. Same thing with politics. It's one thing to throw a comment in like, oh, it's crazy, hey, Trump, oh, wow, he got the coronavirus. And, a couple days later, he leaves the hospital. He just takes his masks off and, goes in the White House. Like, that was pretty wild, eh? Like, you know, again, it's not like I'm telling people they can't talk about what they want to talk about. I don't want to be like some fucking YouTube dictator that's like, you can't talk about that, right? What I don't want is shit to get out of hand. What I don't want is the majority of people in the stream, however small or big the stream is, usually small, getting upset, right? So if there's a troll in the chat and I'm having fun trolling the troll back, feeding the troll, but I see that like 5 out of the 7 people in here are not having a good time with the troll being in the chat, I'll remove him because ultimately it's not just about me. Even though it's technically my stream, without people being happy, there's nobody in the fucking stream, right? So. Yeah, see? No, I was just giving you an example, Ninja, about like how I don't mind, someone coming in. Give me a second here. Like how I don't mind if someone comes in and they're like, "Oh man, today was insane. Holy shit, I've been working at this job for like 5 years and it was just going like nowhere. And then a friend of mine showed me this opportunity and now I'm making good money." It's cool to do that because you're just so happy, you're just so proud. Like I said, and we were talking about money and shit like that. And yeah, plus I had asked him to send me some info. But yeah, and I've already told him once, which is why I'm not, getting on his case. But yeah, obviously I wouldn't want a person to just come in constantly keep bragging or, promoting or something. Just because, yeah, most people wouldn't think that's cool. And like I said, I have to take that into consideration. But again, I don't want to be, like I said, I don't want to be some dictator that's like, oh, careful. Don't go and, Phil stream and mention this because he'll be like, psh, It's like the Anthony guy. Remember Anthony, the guy that used to come in always talking about the female wrestlers' butts and shit, right? How long did I let that guy go before I was like, okay, this is just enough, right? A couple people thought it was funny. After a while, I was like, okay, I think it's time, for him to go because he's not being respectful. I told him there's young people that come in my streams. It's one thing for me to, say the F word here and there, but when you're getting explicit, sexually explicit, it's just weird. It's creepy, to be honest. And yeah, so I'd like to think I'm actually pretty lenient because most people were then like, I'm surprised you actually didn't get rid of him before. He's like, that motherfucker would have been gone on day one, sort of thing. So I was like, well, that's just it. I try to give, people a chance, and it's kind of a new thing for me too. I have only been streaming for a couple of months. So the whole etiquette thing, what's okay to do in a stream, what's not okay to do in a stream, I'm still learning that. It's very different than just me talking. No one's there. I do a regular upload and then boop, that's it, right? What did you mean, Ninja? They can shut you down if you talk about Trump. Back, I'm really questioning if you are disabled as well. Jimmy Phil himself told me. Oh, yeah, I had done that, yeah. That is why I stopped coming in here. These viewers are, wow. It's like I said, there's friction between, people and, like I said, I don't like, picking sides or feeling like I have to be like a moderator. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, without the people, exactly. I have to care, and I do. I do have to care what people think. Because if I have that, like, I don't care in that I don't get butthurt by it. But if a lot of people are like, listen, man, this guy is just going on about these chicks' butts and it's just getting okay, it's like, all right, fine, he's gone, right? I gave the guy a bunch of, warnings to kind of, pipe it down without trying to put him on the spot. Because I try to be like that, right? And, yeah. Yeah, I banned him. Yeah. Because the last time he came in, let me read the rest of the chat really quick. There is a time to be funny and a time to be serious. Got to know that time and place. Yeah, they banned it. No, I did. So the last time he came in, and this is the part where I like to explain it. Fucking guy. Okay, so let me try to explain this while I'm playing the game instead of just you staring at me doing nothing. So, and this is so that people understand how I work a little bit, so that people don't think I'm like a dictator. So this guy Anthony is actually a really cool guy. Just like, to me, Sparkling's an okay guy. Like, he's never trolled me, he's never belittled me, he never said, "Your little bitch ass making fucking 10K a year, bitch, I make in fucking 3 weeks what you make in a year." Yeah, then Sparkling Hoax would be the fuck out of here. But he's never done that. So if people come in, they're, you know, fairly consistent. They're just hanging out. You know, like I said, I don't want to start telling people what they can and can't talk about. But definitely there's some friction with talking a lot about, you know, multi-level marketing and all that. But yeah, so the Anthony guy. The last time he came in, this is what he said, and I quote, "LOL, Nikki Bella's ass is so hot." And I'm just like, oh, this thirsty motherfucker again. And I'm just like, yeah, so can, you know, we say something like, "Hey, Phil, how's it going today?" Like, the first thing out of his mouth is, and then he starts asking me who I think's butt is firmer, Nikki's or Bella's, or, like, just, like, really derogatory shit like that. And I'm just like, I don't want to be having this conversation with you. First of all, I'm almost 42 fucking years old. The dude is like 19 years old. It's just some fucking weird shit, man. It just straight up makes me uncomfortable. Some young kid asking me who I think, like, what the fuck? So that was the last time he came in, but he had done this a bunch of times before, and I just kind of told him, like, you know, there's more to women wrestling than, you know, what they look like. And this is why there was such a thing back in the Attitude Era where all the women were, like, sexualized big time. They were doing bikini matches, they were doing pillow fights and panties and bras and shit. And that's all he would ever talk about. "Oh, I'm playing wrestling right now. I'm playing as Nikki and I'm beating up all the chicks." And that's all he went on about. So anyways, after about 3 weeks of me telling him, "Can we please talk about something else?" he comes in, "LOL, Nikki's ass is so..." I said, "All right, that's it. Done." I didn't even give him a warning. Nothing. Just, "You're gone." So again, this isn't like one of those things where the guy comes in, "Oh, that girl's so hot," and I banned him, right? I don't want people thinking I'm that intense, right? Like, this guy had a lot of chances to kind of tone it down a notch, and he didn't, so I felt disrespected, and that's why he's gone. "How you make 15K a month when you can't even spell?" Yeah, well, yeah, we don't need to be attacking each other now, but I get that some people can be annoyed. Pretty sure you came in and said the same shit. Huh? Just saying I make 20K a month. Why are you? I'm not hating Sparkling. I'm so confused. Low-key Anthony is kind of weird for that rebuild. Yeah. Yeah, it's just about, you know, being respectful. And look at how small my streams are. 6 people. Yet look at all the chatter that's going on. You know what I mean? That's why I joke around, like, financially. Sure, I'd love thousands of people in my streams. But holy fuck, man. It's just, it's hard. And that's why they say, generally speaking, in streams, usually the etiquette, the proper thing to do is you don't feed the trolls. Unless you're Dr. Disrespect, because he's just the streamer god. You don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion, you don't talk about money. Those are sort of those faux pas things that you generally don't talk about. But again, I don't want to come across like one of those uptight pricks. Like, I don't want to come across as like a grumpy old man that tells people what they can and can't talk about. I don't mind if you make, you know, like the odd comment like, "Man, that Trump thing, that's so wild, you know what happened to him, and did you hear about that?" Like, that doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? It's like you can't do that. What you definitely can't do is start attacking people, going on about it, and then it just, the conversation will go sour. This is now the perfect example of why it's bad to talk about money and get into it, because look what's going on. There's a lot of friction in the chat, and I absolutely hate that. Right? I don't like that, because no one wants drama, right? Like, no one wants drama. Very few people want it. Hey, Haruki, how's it going? But yeah, like I said, I'll kindly say, we get it, right? I've already asked him for the info. And it was, a little bit more on point because we were talking about stuff. But yeah, I will definitely ask that we do tone down the money talk a bit. Just because to me, it's I'm also trying to respect the overall chat as well. Like I said, it's not like you can't come in here and say, "Oh man, did I ever have a good month this month?" Wow, I really nailed it. There's nothing wrong with being proud of what you accomplished, right? And like I said, for the millionth time, I don't want to be that dude that tells people what they can and can't say and all that kind of stuff. Because I do want to be known as a fairly laid-back kind of guy. You know what I mean? So I don't want people thinking I'm some trigger-happy dude that's just going to, ban you for saying one word. But yeah, I get that too, Jimmy. There's a lot of, scams out there, and usually if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. That's just the world we live in. So that's why there's skepticism, and rightfully so, right? Like I said, that's why I always give the benefit of the doubt. I'll always go back to my friend Kevin, as an example. He was poor and made something of himself. People doubted him. People laughed at him. But again, he's got a nice balance, if I talk to him, he doesn't just go on about how much money he makes, obviously, because I know how much money he makes. It's like I heard it the first time, I don't need the intricate details. So he's respectful of that. Plus, he knows I don't make that much to begin with, so it's not like he's gonna, want to rub it in my face, right? But yeah, the odd time, even Kevin, once in a blue moon, if he has a bit of an unusual month where he really did well, he'll be like, "Oh, Phil, man, crazy." He's like, "This month, I made 237% more than what I normally make, and this new system I've come up," or just whatever. I don't have an issue with that. Obviously, if he was going on about it every time I spoke to him, I might joke around with him and be like, "So if you want to keep talking about money, how about you give me some?" I would tease him like that, and, Phil, you owe me a new pair of pants. What? For what? That's why I sent everything in. Yeah, I'll be checking. I gotta check it out soon. Yeah. I wouldn't be harsh if you proved. Yeah. But yeah, I do want, people to stop going at each other. No. Yeah, no. Like I said, sometimes it's hard to tell if a person's bragging or if they're just, really, really just proud. But it's like I said, I am trying to keep up with that general rule of thumb of politics, religion, and money. Not something I want to make a regular topic of conversation. Let me see. I don't know why. I used to hate this map a lot. I'll just play this for a bit there while I'm fiddling around, because there's a lot going on in the chat. No, don't ban Jimmy. Jimmy and Sparkling haven't done anything wrong. They're just, no offense, they're not getting along, and I get it. I get it. And like I said, it's hard for me to always know, you know, what to do. Yeah, people just need to chill for sure. How did I make you pee your pants? I'm not that funny. I mean, I have my moments where I try to be funny. Jimmy, I'm not fully aware of the situation, so... Yeah. Kobe, just learn to agree to... Yeah. I don't know. But definitely from this minute on, I mean, we've been going on about this for a while enough. Well, but I'm mentally ill, you know? That's using that as a negative connotation. Whether Jimmy's mentally ill or not shouldn't matter. Yeah, I think it's because, you know, like I said, you're proud of what you do, and people can take that as you promoting or bragging, and but yeah, I know, like, the last time Sparklin was in here, it didn't even talk about money. It was just now we were, because there was a troll earlier that was talking about all this money stuff, and it just kind of came into the conversation about me making money on YouTube and stuff, and just hoping for the day where that's just like my only source of income. But again, even with me, sometimes I talk about, you know, the very little money I make. But I don't do that because I'm like, yeah, bitch, check it out, right? Because that's not my attitude behind it. It's more of a motivator. You can be a nobody like me, you know what I mean, and still make a few bucks on the side, right? That's more what that's about. And sure, sometimes if people attack me and they're like, you're a nobody, you have no personality, you probably don't even get paid on YouTube, you lying fat fuck, or something like that, well then yeah, of course, my immature side's gonna come out and I'll start flexing my stats and shit, of course, abso-fucking-lutely, because I want to put them in their place, because that's just a part of my personality. But really what I should be doing is taking the high road and going, oh, sorry, I didn't see what you said there, did I just ban you? And then just move on, right? But you pissed yourself, figuratively speaking, because you're laughing or because you're angry? Agree to disagree, not everyone will like each other. Oh, yeah, there's that too. Especially when it comes to personalities clashing. I mean, I know a lot of people that hate me. I've had people threaten to want to kill me. They think I'm that annoying. You can't please everyone, right? So the more people come in a chat, the more personalities, just the more people are going to clash and they're not going to get along. One guy's going to say something, the other guy's not going to like it, and shit can spiral out of control. And when you talk about politics, religion, and money, it definitely increases the chances that the conversation will go south. But anyhow, yes, I am. There's only 7 people in here and I'm losing track of the chat. Oh, hey, Kavini. Hey, see, I almost didn't even see Quanivi. Come in. I have no school for a week also, sorry if I spell your name wrong. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I just, want people to relax, and, it's kind of cool when, like, people within the chat, like, recognize or remember themselves. You know what? I'm getting a bit bored of this. I'm going to see if I can do... I want to do I'm feeling a battleground. So I'm going to log in. Man, it's hot in here. Jesus. I'm going to open the window. I've got the fan blaring. Whew. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to remember. Ah, someone's mowing the fucking lawn now. It's actually a good day to do it. But yeah, it's already been about an hour and 20 minutes. You made a new video today? On what? Okay, first thing is first. I don't know if I'll actually do the battleground. Depends on how long it takes until it actually pops. Take care, have it. Hey, thanks, Kobe. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Let me fly around here. This is an actual current zone. Let's see if there's anything going on around here for a little PvP action.
The Alliance is digging in its heels! Everyone forward!
No, I won't bother with that. In other words, I'm pretty strange. Raging at 1v1. Oh. Yeah, I might check it out after. Okay, so it should already be only in 7 minutes that I get a battleground. Hopefully that pops fairly quick. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully it pops quick and do the battleground. Then I'll probably take a break after that. It's already been, yeah, an hour and 20 minutes. Because I have to get ready to slowly get ready for that person that's coming over to buy one of my reptiles, one of my snakes. Get a little bit of cash. And with that money, I might buy, I might wait, but I might buy FIFA. I might just wait till next month till I get a bit more cash. Like right before my EA play expires, so I could still get the 10% off.
Damn it all!
Yeah, that's one of my main characters too, a troll rogue. See how he just vanished? That's what it looks like when another player vanishes. See? Then he just showed up out of nowhere. Obviously, if I do the same thing, you're still gonna see the outline of my character, because I'm controlling it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool ability. Don't sell the snake, you boys. What? I need money. If I can get $300, yeah. If I get 300 bucks, I'll keep the snake. Oh, this is World of Warcraft. I just queued up for a battleground. I just thought I would cruise around one of the newer maps in the expansion, the current expansion. But there's no events going on, so it doesn't appear like there's anybody here. So unfortunately, it's one of those boring things where I fly around for a few minutes, which is why if I can afford to buy FIFA, it'd be kind of cool, because I want to be able to have this in the background on the PC, but play a console game, right? And while the countdown goes on for 9 minutes or whatever, I could be playing FIFA or NHL hockey or Madden or NBA. And then when the battleground pops, I can just pause the game and, like, you know what I mean, switch over. Rather than just flying around aimlessly for 8 to 10 minutes to wait for a battleground to pop. Holy cow, it takes 300,000 yen to make $300 Canadian? That's crazy. Oh. Yeah, no. But it's a pop-up like that when the battleground pops and it makes a sound. But yeah, it's gonna be nice, like I said, if that works out. Can definitely use a little extra cash. And the room, too, because with some of that money, I might buy a new tank. Which is actually something I might do soon. So like I said, there's slight chance I may not do the battleground. I probably will. If it pops in the next 5 minutes, I probably will. But then after that, I'm definitely going to go. Holy cow, 37,000 Canadian? Yeah. No, I was talking, yeah, just 300 Canadian. But yeah, I'm probably going to take a little bit of that money and buy like a smaller tank for my one snake, because at that point I'm only going to have one snake left. Try saying this. We went wishing. We are wishing wells. Welcome, Walker. What did Stotts say? Oh, I didn't even notice it was Stotts that said that. Yeah. But yeah, you want to do 300,000 yen. Pretty wild stuff. The hell's that there? Oh. Yeah, there's like nothing going on here. And this is the current expansion's map. Quanivi, are you German? Or are you using Google Translate? Actually, let me do this. Ah, okay. Sorry, I just got another message from used classifieds. I'll reply to that later. Should pop in a few minutes.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
I feel like that water is endless. What? Oh, wishing wells, you mean? Yeah. What, is that not real German? Man, my character really is tall, eh? Compared to other players? Holy cow. Look at that. Look how frickin' huge I am. What makes you think it's not German? Quanivi, are you German? Just out of curiosity. Alright, let's see. I hope it's a good battleground that pops too. Orgrimmar, Silvermoon. I think it's because you told her to chill out. I don't know if it's German or... I mean, it looks German, but I'm saying I can't tell how good it is. Nazjatar. Oh, that's actually a cool area, too. Thunder Bluff. Well, that's why I was asking Quinivi was German or not. If it takes much longer... Yeah, it's been an hour and a half. My ass feels like it's starting to... I may have joined a battleground queue a little bit too late. She-Man not be full... What? She-Man... I'm so confused. Oh, she may not be fluent in... I see what you're saying. I thought you were calling Haruki a she-man. I was like, giving you the benefit of the doubt there. Be nice. Ninja, are you German? Oh, okay. Not that it matters, I was just curious. I'm trying to find one person that can tell me how good that German was. Because I can't tell. Oh man, I hope this battleground pops. Yeah. It's not looking good. And I am starting to get uncomfortable. Like big time. Oh boy. Three o'clock. Yeah. I'm starting to think it might be better if I end the stream. It's already been 12 minutes since I queued for a battleground. Because I will have to take a shower. I have to look at other reptile tanks. Get a smaller one for the one that I have. A battleground is a PvP event, kind of like Call of Duty, like a Call of Duty match, like when you do like domination or team deathmatch. Except this game is more based on domination. So you hold control points depending on the battleground you get, and it's like 15 versus 15, or 40 versus 40. You get like 80 people in a massive battleground, and that's what an epic battleground is. It's because it's epic, it's huge, right? The smallest epic battleground you get is 50 players, roughly. And yeah, like I'm online. This is an online game. It's an MMORPG. Who's got a small brain? Oh boy. Yeah, there's just not much going on. And like I said, now that it's been like an hour and a half, I'm getting really uncomfortable. Yeah, it's taken way too long. Because again, that timer is based on an average, right? It can still take a lot longer than what it says. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's been, an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm going to take a break. I'll go start getting ready. And, trying to think of when I'd be back. I'd say I could be back. Well, that's on you. I'd say I could be back within an hour, but if I did that, I wouldn't have much time. I'd only have about a half hour or 45 minutes, because then the doorbell would ring, person would be here, I gotta go get my mask. I gotta meet them downstairs. I don't want to be like, oh shit, click, click, click. You know what I mean? So, what I'll probably say is I'll be back in a few hours. I'll probably be back in about 2 hours. Yeah, I could probably do that. Maybe. I mean, I could show you pictures of them. Yeah, I gotta start streaming for 2 hours before people start trickling in. Man, my allergies are bad. Oh, you probably can't hear me from over there. What are you saying yay to? Oh, because you wanted to see the snake that I'm selling? Real quick? It's an African ball python. Oh, yeah, what breed? Yeah, so it's an African ball python. And I have a, just a regular, what's called a corn snake. But I'm keeping the corn snake. It's a special color. So's my ball python. It's not just like a regular one. So what I'll do first is this. Here's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, you won't understand why it's special. I got to show you what a regular ball python looks like so that when I show you mine, you're like, oh, okay, I see. So, like, there you go, right there. Right? So that's a ball python. So they're like a blackish bronze color with like some like bronze blotching, right? So that's what's called an African ball python. You go to Africa, you flip rocks, some things could try to kill you, or you could end up with that. I guess I don't need my headphones in my ears because it's not like anyone's talking. For a split second, I'm so tired, I was like, how am I going to hear what they're saying? Wow, someone needs to go back to bed. I just have to take down my my thing, which was a part of what I was going to do anyways. See, that's what a boring green screen looks like with no background. I guess it helps if I raise my hand. I just want to see. See, that's the tanks behind me. Actually, yeah, there we go. I'll do it like that. So compare this snake to the one you see in the picture. Right? Mine's a lot more yellow. You could see the pattern, like the blotches, but the blotches almost match the rest of the body snake, so it still has the ball python pattern, but obviously it has a completely different color. So a regular ball python, like the one you see in the picture, they go for like 40, 50 bucks, maybe 100 in a pet store. Something like this goes for more like $450. Because it's like a rare breed, but it's not just that. It's a lot cleaner than most. Like most people's pastel ball python, banana pastel, that's what this is. It's a banana pastel. They don't look this nice. So theirs usually only sell for maybe a couple of $100. But he's really active. It's pretty cool though, eh? You can go to Africa, flip up some rocks, and you'll see snakes like this, obviously like the one in the picture. And they're just relaxed. They call them ball pythons because they just kind of, like to curl up in a ball. That's all they do. And I don't even handle this one that much. But he's never tried to chew my finger. And even if he did, not much would happen. You know what I mean? Like you see something the size of this and you're like, oh my God, if that thing bit you, I mean, you would bleed a little bit, but it's really not that big of a deal. And then if you go to Africa and you flip up another rock, you might find an African rock python that'll try and eat you and your family. So welcome to Africa, right? So obviously this is a much nicer pet from what you can tell. You can kind of see how it can be alluring to collect snakes because there's multiple different colors. And as you can tell, this guy is pretty chill, right? Like I said, I don't really handle him all that much. I just don't have time. But he's a gorgeous looking snake. Like I said, for the style, for a ball python. So, yeah. I'm a little bit more about the money right now. I don't need to be, having all these fancy snakes. But, yeah, you can see behind me, actually, the tanks. So that's a custom-made tank. It's made out of PVC plastic. So it's super light. I could almost, well, not quite fit in it, but a small person could. And it's got 3 tanks, but it's all in one. But obviously they're walled off inside. And, yeah, it's got like a little acrylic. It's not glass. It's like acrylic or whatever it's called to close it. And it's got a key to lock it. It's essentially designed for people that keep poisonous or venomous reptiles, but I don't keep that stuff. Only this one. So in that tank back there, I had what was called a Kenyan sand boa. I sold it about a month ago. I'll show you a picture of it, what it looked like. It was like 10 times smaller than this snake. It was about the size of like my pinky finger, but maybe 3 times the length of my pinky finger, in comparison to the size of this snake. This snake is actually somewhat young, but it won't get ridiculously bigger. It won't get like all like crazy or anything. It'll just get a little bit bigger. And so apart from this, I have a small corn snake, and that's it. And again, I'll show you really quick for the fun of it what a regular corn snake looks like. Well, I mean what they look like in the wild at least, right? So yeah, I only have 2 snakes. After today, I'm probably only going to have 1. So again, you can see all the different colors here again. This is your generic corn snake, like your standard color. These are all like different morphs and shit like that, like because of genetics, right? Some of them actually come like this. Yeah, they are. They eat better too. They're much quicker though. As you could tell with this guy, he's a lot more laid back. Like I'm not even holding him. He's holding me. He's not doing anything. Or I'm not doing anything to hold on. Well, I mean, I am, but you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Well, that and they live in cornfields. That's actually the main reason. Them actually looking like a candy corn is because people breed them to look like that. So again, this is what an adult corn snake looks like. This is what, like if you go out in the wild most of the time, this is what a corn snake would look like. As you could tell, that one's actually pretty beefy. They can get like 5 feet, about this big around, like a good size. Anyways, I'll show you that one and then I'll be done. So yeah, like I said, this is not a massive snake by any means, right? But you could see the, like I said, the color there. It's pretty relaxed. It matches my Apple Watch. But yeah, they're fun pets to have. Low maintenance. They shit like 3 times a month. They eat a couple times a month. Like they're super low maintenance. We're a little... We're a little feisty, this one. As you could tell, much smaller, much more active, much quicker. It's still fairly young as well. But this is a corn snake. It's the same snake that you see in the picture. But it's essentially snow white, but it's got some striping to it if you look really close. But yeah. Yeah, so this one, I don't know if it'll show in the light. You can kind of see there's a bit of a pattern, but it is predominantly like white. But these guys, again, just like the one in the picture. No. Not at all. Not even close. But yeah, you could tell how small this snake is. It really moves around a lot. But yeah, ball pythons and corn snakes, arguably some of the best pet snakes that you can have. Just because they tend to be very docile. Low maintenance, they're not dangerous. Even if they bite you, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, it won't tickle, but it won't be like, oh my God, kind of thing. And then the more you handle them, they kind of get used to you and they get used to handling. They're a lot less likely to bite you as well. But yeah, so that's the one that I'm keeping. And that's the one that doesn't require a big tank like the one that I have behind me. So with the money I'm probably going to get from selling the ball python, I'll probably get this guy, a smaller tank, something that takes up a lot less room. But yeah. Man, these guys are active. Holy cow. Yeah, so it kind of depends, when you have a show snake, do you want something that's a lot more like quiet, that just kind of sits there like an ornament? That's the ball python. Or if you want a snake that's like constantly moving around, but then you'd probably need a bigger tank, kinda, then you get a corn snake. But yeah. Anyhow, that's it for today's show and tell. I'm going to slowly get ready, and like I said, I should be back from now in roughly 2.5, or about 2 hours-ish, give or take, for a little bit. Kind of see how it goes. I don't know if I'm going to go to the store today to get a new tank, or if I'm just going to wait. But yeah. So yeah. So thanks for stopping by, for whoever's left in here. I don't know who's left in here. And yeah, I'll be back before you know it.